Hi, my name's Ed Lewis, and I'm kind of new here to being in Hawaii because actually I retired coming from the mainland. I actually lived in Philadelphia the last about 13 years, and I was in an area in Philadelphia that was really filled with a lot of poverty. In fact, there's just incredible numbers of people that had heroin addictions and a lot of row houses, all kinds of things that were difficult there. And I would actually train people. People would come from different areas of how you connect with people that are different than you. My neighborhood was primarily a Puerto Rican neighborhood, but we had a lot of mix of all kinds of different cultures. And we would bring people in from various churches or schools and say, how do you connect with people? And we would teach them this acrostic that we would talk about fish. We'd talk about that later on, but we would teach people to be friendly, to show initiative, listen to people's stories, and let them know there's hope. Those are very simple little things. But you know what I discovered when I was over in Philadelphia? That a lot of the people that were there, really, they didn't have a lot of hope. And even when they were coming out of their addictions or they were going through they didn't make a lot of changes in their lives. But guess what? I was there because I really wanted to see people make life changes. You see, I'm somebody who believes in Jesus. And I really believe that character is what you learn from the Bible. And the Bible can change your life. It can overcome, not just dealing with the subject of, I won't use drugs anymore, I'm not going to use it. You know what can happen? You can say no to temptation. You can understand that you can live a different kind of a life. Well, guess what? In those numbers of years that were over there, we saw dozens of people make total changes in their lives. And so naturally, when I retired, I didn't want to just come back and sit around and do nothing. I wanted to come to a place where I could make a difference in somebody else's life. I don't know if you know this, but in Hawaii, you're number 2 in the entire United States relating to homelessness. Number 2 per capita, because we have a lot of homeless people. I live in Nanakuli, which is not too far from Waianae area in the West Coast. And there are just all kinds of people that are needy. And there's some of these people are not druggies. They're not doing something. They just are poor. And you know what? I'm having a wonderful opportunity to connect with them. And I believe God is going to keep changing lives. Let me tell you, there's a verse in the Bible that is really an encouragement to me. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 17. And it says this, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things pass away and all things become new. And I'm actually seeing people make changes in their lives. I've got a guy who's staying at my house right now who's making changes in his life. And God can do that. I'm just glad to be here in Hawaii because I'm not just living in retirement. I'm living for the cause of saying I want to make a difference for others. And I hope you'll join us and do something like that as well, just being honest about it. But thanks. God bless you.